Good morning and welcome back to another episode of Business Beyond the Beach in partnership with our friends here at Miami Community Newspapers. My name is Brittnie Bassant, President and CEO of Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce, and today I have with me a very special guest, Alex. He's with our local VFW. He is the membership and programs chairman. A dear friend, Alex, it's so great to have you on the show.
Brittnie, thank you for having us here today. Thank you for community newspapers as well. And excited for the show.
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't start off by saying thank you for your service. So let's talk a little bit about that. Tell me about what branch you served in, a little bit about your background.
So I'm a Marine Corps veteran, once a Marine, always a Marine, And so I was with 1-7, stationed in 29 Palms, California. I deployed once to Asia as a 31st MEU, and then another deployment to Afghanistan and staying in.
And what position were you in the Marines?
First deployment.
What did you do?
Yeah, so the first one was machine gunner, so I was spray and pray, and then then as a sniper for the second deployment.
As a sniper, yeah. That's it. That's the one. So once again, thank you for your service and thank you for everything that you're doing for our veteran community now. And so let's talk about that because the VFW stands for Veterans of Foreign Wars. So let's talk about the post. Talk a little bit about what services it provides for the community.
So the Miami Beach VFW, first of all, VFW, Veterans of Foreign Wars as a whole, is the oldest veteran service organization in America. And there's physical locations. They're usually an event space and a bar. They do a number of communal events and community service, and it's a networking base for veterans to meet and hang out with like-minded individuals. There's 6,000 locations all around the world and over 1 million members nationally. Now, what makes our post on Miami Beach special is we're located right on the water at the Floridian, 650 West Ave, Miami Beach. We have a boat dock. We have the best view of Miami, and we have a parking lot as well. So it's really a nucleus to gather veterans at a really premium location, and then also service community members that want to help out, support the veteran community, and also support the community as a whole.
And it is, so I've been to a few of the VFW posts and American Legion posts and other different posts around the country. And it is by far, I think, the most beautiful VFW that I've ever been to. It's absolutely gorgeous. The view is amazing. It's a great place. Incredible what you guys have done. You went through a renovation recently. So encourage everyone to go check it out. And there are ways that you can get involved. The community can get involved. So it is a meeting place for the veteran community and also active military. But as a civilian like myself, who I just love our military, but I don't have any family members that have served or are currently serving. So I'm just a civilian. How would someone like me or a business get involved and support the VFW Post?
Yeah, so there's a number of ways. There's community events that we run or community service opportunities for volunteer. Coming up, it's holiday season. So there's a couple, obviously. One, we're doing a Thanksgiving cooking turkey thing with Veteran Volunteers of America. That's going to be feeding homeless veterans. That's this Sunday where we have to make, bake, and deliver 5 turkeys for Volunteers of America. The second thing is Santa's Fob. It's a Toys for Tots drive coming up in December where we service over 300 underprivileged families. Now, how to get involved? First, follow us on Instagram, VFW3559. We post updates, events, opportunities where you can reach out through DMs. Also, subscribe to our weekly SITREP, Situational Report. That's our weekly newsletter. Shows all the upcoming events, all of the programs, and it gives you points of contact where you can offer your volunteer services. The third thing that you can do through the newsletter is you'll see a link to our Badger profile where we do community events, where we keep track of member participation, which then we can report to National. This is important because what VFW National does is advocates on behalf of all veterans at DC for veterans' rights. And so through these community service activations and the numbers and details that we log in, then they can use that as information when they lobby for veterans' rights with the VA, the benefits, and stuff like that. So follow us on Instagram, subscribe to our newsletter, you'll get the information.
That's absolutely incredible. Lots of amazing ways to connect and to be involved. Now, when we talk about veterans, we talk about our veteran community, and you're also a spot too for just military, active duty military veterans. When we talk about that community, mental health is so important with our veteran community and transitional support. And so what are some of the ways that your post is helping with that for our veterans?
Yeah, so I personally have been to a state convention, national convention, and I always like talking to really successful long-term posts that have been around for a very long time. And so one of the ones that I noticed is they have a mental health night. And so it's a community gathering for the veterans where they can meet up weekly to know that it's like a battle buddy check-in where you can check in on each other and make sure you're good. And it's like a little reset. So we implemented Warrior Wednesdays.
Warrior Wednesdays. That's what I was going to talk about. Warrior Wednesdays, because one of my favorite nights at the VFW is Warrior Wednesdays.
Yep. So every Wednesday, 7 to 8 p.m., 6 to 7 social hour. We usually have a class from some visiting entity, either an industry expert or some type of mental health class that gives you tools to deal with mental health techniques. Or like today, we have a language class, language immersion for French and Russian from an actual DoD language instructor who taught the FBI, DoD operatives. And so we have that at the post. Additionally, we like to get involved with the community and support local businesses. So we like to go and bring our members to different restaurants, and bars in the area that usually sponsor the event. So it's like a community gathering. It's informal, but it's a way to really check in on each other and connect with like-minded individuals. And usually Warrior Wednesdays is open to people that support veterans, first responders, active duty, and general public that wants to help and be involved.
And your post does such a great job, and you guys do such an amazing job. It's so many different opportunities and activations throughout the week. I mean, from Warrior Wednesdays to like your Friday night pop-ups to karaoke.
Oysters every Friday, 5 to 8, Chesapeake Bay, Virginia, Shooting Point. It's the place to be.
We say it's 5 to because now I'm just a part of the VFW. We say it's 5 to 8, but really, unless you like reserve or pre-order, it's like 5 to 6. Those oysters go fast because there's nowhere else, I think, in Miami-Dade County that you're finding oysters, like fresh oysters for $1. And it's absolutely incredible vibe, incredible atmosphere. We do karaoke. You do sports. Football, I think, is going on right now.
Football is coming up. The season's ending, but we are talking about Saturday Night Fever night, dance night, salsa, bachata, line dancing. Where's line dancing? On the beach.
There you go. It's going to be at the VFW.
Yep. And so get ready for salsa and dance night on Saturdays.
So we've got your weekends booked. You've got your Friday night plans, Saturday night plans, the
Warrior
whole night.
Wednesdays.
And your Wednesday nights. But during the week, during the day, you have an amazing program that you just launched. So why don't you tell me a little bit about Business Base on the Beach?
Yes. So Business Base is an initiative that I personally am very proud of. What helped my transition from the military to civilian life was starting a business. It gave me a mission and it gave me a purpose, and I could help other veterans along the way if they wanted to get involved. So the VFW, the ultimate goal is, because it's a physical location, it should be a nucleus and a meeting place. That's why we like to say base on the bay for veterans and community like-minded individuals. So to do this and keep the doors open to help the veteran community and community at large, we started the Business Space co-working space Monday through Friday, 10 to 4. And so this is an opportunity where you can use the VFW and its waterfront views, parking lot, high-speed internet, water, coffee for co-working. You can there's 2 spaces. There's a communal area where you can work on your laptop, talk, whatever, network with other individuals. And then also there's a quiet space on the first floor where you can have 30-minute booking private meetings or just a quiet space to work alone. And so there's 2 spaces we offer, free parking unless it's fully taken up. We have about 20 parking spots. And then there's $5 valet all day. And that's our solution.
And you're also offering mail handling as well too, right?
Yes. So one of the things any startup really needs, or any business, is a business address versus their residential address. So as a solution, we're offering the VFW as your business address, and that'll give you a Miami Beach address, 650 West Ave, including mail handling. And so that's a add-on feature. We're having a special run because of the Army, Marines, and Navy 250th birthday this year.
Happy birthday!
Yeah. November 10th was a big day for us.
Right.
Marine Corps.
With a Marine Corps birthday.
Yep.
Fun time.
We're doing a Founders Club special. The first 250 members have a discounted rate. If you're a VFW 3559 member, it's free. If you're a veteran, then it's $50 a month. If you're a community member, which means open to the public, it's $100 a month. Starting January 2026 or until that 250 member is filled up, we'll be doubling those prices. So lock it in now, become part of the founding members, support the post, and also get some perks to go along with it.
That's absolutely incredible. So let me make sure that I got this right, because we did it a few weeks ago. So it's 5 days, 2 venues, no excuses.
It's
right?
2 venues, 2 spaces, 5 days, 0 excuses. 250.
I got it so close.
It was, yeah.
Okay. So we are drinking my favorite $3 water, sparkling edition, actually. Talk to me a little bit about this and what it is that we're drinking here and this initiative and this program as I sip on my sparkling water.
Right. So at our post, since we do have a very nice location, business is a central focus, innovative approaches to revitalize membership programs. We have the opportunity at the Miami Beach VFW to be a flagship post to roll out models that we start nationally to help millions of veterans all across the world. One such initiative that has recently got national licensing and approval is a water brand that I personally created, $3 Water, and it's a Girl Scout cookie equivalent and our solution to marketing and fundraising. It is branded canned water, and I, as a sniper, to make it fun, added a mil-dot reticle at the bottom so you could have high-speed hydration and shotgun the can of water. Okay.
We love shotgunning cans of water. I think that's like the most fun thing you can do.
Yeah.
And high speed hydration.
And high speed, you got to stay hydrated. In the military, it's all about staying hydrated. And so what better way to have a product that not only markets our organization, where we have QR codes to our website, vfw3559.org, where you can sign up to be a member, see programs and events, but also have branding and also help fundraise for the post. So what we would like to do is really connect with any restaurants, businesses in the area that would like to help stock and distribute the water cans, because it'll help us not only fundraise, but get the word out.
So we've talked a lot about the initiatives that you are doing, the programs, the events. You've got some great ones coming up for the holidays, especially excited for Santa's FOB. Did I get that right?
Yep.
FOB?
Forward operating base. So FOB. Yep.
That's what it stands for?
Yep.
I didn't know
Forward
that.
operating base.
Forward operating base. Okay. Want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yes.
About what that event's actually going to look like and how individuals can get involved, businesses, civilians who want to support?
Yes. So last year we created Santa's FOB. It's toys
Forward operating base.
Forward operating base. So in the military, you have your main base when you're outside the wire, and there's little bases that you create so that you be closer to the target area of operations, and that's called a FOB, a forward operating base. So we made a military theme, Toys for Tots drive, turned the VFW post into a FOB for Santa, and we basically turned the inside into as a Christmas wonderland, where it's as if you're walking into Santa's giant toy bag. So it's red floors, red walls, red ceilings, and we had a bunch of toys donated from the Marines Reserve Toys for Tots program, along with other community partners, and to call upon the neighborhood associations on South Beach or wherever to hold the Toys for Tots boxes, and they could come donate to the toy piles. Inside, you step in the place, and there's Florida, 5-foot tall toy piles. And what we did was have a celebration day where we had 300 underprivileged kids come with their families, and we had the Grinch arrive via fire department ladder truck from the street. Then we had Santa arrive via Coast Guard vessel at the front, saluting everybody, and they're going fast in the Miami Bay. And so the kids were like, where do we look? There's the Grinch, there's Santa. So they're running back and forth in the parking lot. Then we had a military theme award ceremony because the Grinch helped out with the toy drive. Santa awarded him the first ever Santa Soldier badge in a full military formation. We had every branch of the military in dress uniform escort Santa from the dock, from Coast Guard boat, and then the Grinch saluted Santa. Santa saluted back, ordered him the patch, and then after that, we were able to have the kids go one by one and pick up to 3 toys. And so there was over 300 kids. Each kid had a whole armful of toys, and it was amazing. Everybody had pure smiles. We were on every news station. And now, because it was such a success, we're happy to go round 2. So we have support from the neighborhood, but we're calling on if you want to be a volunteer. We have a group chat for Sobe West. We would like to have help to improve the design. If that's there, we have the basic format. But if anybody wants to help do that, after December 11th, 12th, and 13th, we'll be setting up the space. So volunteers can help construct the whole Wonderland, Santa's Fob experience inside the VFW. And then on December 14th itself, from 1 to 3 is the event. So there's a lot of opportunities to volunteer for that.
That's
as well.
Absolutely incredible. I look forward to participating in that and seeing the impact that you guys are making just spread throughout the entire community. So thank you for that. Thank you for continuing to serve our community. Is there anything that you want to talk about that I haven't touched on? And I feel like I'm like giving you like full take over, Alex. Is there anything that you want to say to the audience or to our viewers that I haven't mentioned?
Basically, I think how I viewed what my transition process, and I think a lot of veterans' transition process, is a struggle. And so in the military, you have a purpose. You have to accomplish your mission every day. You have your unit where it's tight-knit. So there's that social aspect. But when you get out, you lose that purpose. You lose that social network. So what helped me was start a business. It gave me that mission. It gave me that purpose. But what really also helped with the social aspect was when I started training jiu-jitsu and I developed a new network. And what I noticed was there's a couple pillars that I realized. You need to have joy. You need to have something that you look forward to every single day. There needs to be something physically engaging and socially interactive. So it could be any hobby. It doesn't have to be jiu-jitsu. It could be yoga. It could be whatever. It could be South Beach volley, tennis, something that's socially interactive where you develop your new network and can connect with other people, have fun, something that you could look forward to. And then the third step is purpose. And so that kind of leads into the long-term mental health support. And so if you have a purpose in life, then you have something and progress that you're working towards. At the VFW, that's what we're trying to establish. That's what I personally am trying to do with my company, Badger. And we're doing that through community engagement and a gamified experience. So the VFW and this business space and a lot of the programs that we do always take into account a social aspect, purpose-driven activities where we engage with the community. And one of the areas that I first targeted was schools. What I really liked about the Student Resource Center at schools is that gave me a place to meet up and meet other veterans. Now, there's a second transition process. When you graduate university, what are you going to do? You have to find a job. If you don't have that lined up, then what are you going to do? So it's important. The VFW is that base, like your Student Resource Center on campus, out in the civilian world. So it's important for veterans out there to realize there's the VFW. First thing you should do when you get out, go find a VFW, go to the Student Resource Center at your school if you're going to school, and build your network, because from there you can see all these additional resources. If you need help and direction, there's going to be older people there or younger people there that you might like to learn from or have experiences that you can call upon. So view the VFW as your civilian base on the Bay.
It's your civilian base. It's the community that'll help keep you connected and provide you with that joy and that purpose. And usually I like to close with a piece of advice. I mean, if you can go back to your younger self, talk to young Alex before you even got into the military, what advice would you give yourself?
Or I would say that believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. There's always going to be people out there that might tell you something or lead you astray. But if you firmly believe in the initiatives that you're creating, own it, pursue it, and everybody else will fall in line.
That's a great way. That's a great piece of advice, and I think that's a great way to end our Business Beyond the Beach episode today. So, like Alex said, believe in yourself. Thank you so much, Alex, for joining us today. It's been a great interview with you. I really appreciate having you on the show, and you guys stay tuned for another episode next week.